I'm here with Professor Andrew J. Hoffman, who is a professor for sustainable enterprise at the University of Michigan at Ann Arbor. We are here at the St.Gallen Forum for Management of Renewable Energies, and yesterday we had an amazing dinner talk by you about the cultural schism of climate change. But what exactly is this cultural schism about, and what are the reasons for it?
Well, the idea of a cultural schism is that people are approaching this issue from two completely different worldviews. And so where some people see the need for regulation, others see an unnecessary intrusion of government into the market. Where some people see are influencing the global climate, other people see this is just part of natural cycles. And so it really is a difference in worldviews more than it is a debate about the science.
Okay. So is it true that more scientific information will make it clear to people that they have to deal with climate change?
Mm-hmm. We still need to do more research. There's still many unanswered questions in science. But for a large portion of the public, more data is not going to answer the question. I remember last fall, the National Climate Assessment came out with a report, and the New York Times wrote an editorial saying, finally, this will put this debate to rest. And I just laughed. I said, no. There are a lot of people out there that are resistant to the idea because it clashes with their worldview around government, around markets, around belief in God. That's where the conversation is taking place.
Do you think a social consensus on climate change is somehow achievable because the scientific consensus is so overwhelming?
The word consensus is a challenging word. The idea that we're going to have 100% agreement that this is real, that's not going to happen. Right now, we'd like to think that we've eradicated slavery. We haven't. Slavery still exists. People will always emit some level of CO2, and there will always be people who resist the idea that climate change is real. There are people who don't believe we landed on the moon. To get everyone to buy into it, that's impossible. But to get the motivated majority to move policymakers, that's what we need.
Okay. A minute ago you talked about religion. What's exactly the influence of religion in the American climate change debate?
I think that religion has a very important role. It comes down to, first, the messenger is as important as the message. And so if people hear it from democratic politicians, environmentalists, and scientists, it will reach some people. If people hear it from the church, the mosque, or the synagogue, they will connect it to their personal values. And quite frankly, that's far more powerful than a price on carbon to motivate people to act.
Okay. Well, what can we do about those people? Is there some way we can motivate them to deal with these climate change issues?
The key is having people that they trust speak to them in a language they understand, affirming the values that they hold. So if I want to reach evangelicals, I want evangelicals speaking about it. If I want to reach conservative Republicans, I want to see conservative Republicans. If I want to see business adapt it, I want to see business people talking about it. The key is getting as many messengers as possible to speak about this issue so that they will hit their constituent audiences.
And what role do events play in the climate change discourse? Do you think they can be catalytic somehow?
Yeah,
what are the conditions?
Events are moments of instability. They challenge our worldviews and beliefs. Think of 9/11 in the United States. Overnight, our conceptions of freedom and privacy changed in ways that weren't possible the night before. But that also points out that the idea that social entrepreneurs frame the event in a certain way. And so, when Hurricane Sandy hit New York, there was a powerful spokesman in Michael Bloomberg who came right out and said, hey folks, that was climate change. And that tremendously changed the debate. It was convenient it was happening during the presidential election. It was convenient that Business Week ran a cover story that said it's climate change stupid. And that was a different messenger with a very clear message that this is going on. And so we just need to broaden the debate. Scientists, liberal environmentalists, democratic politicians, they have a limit on how far they can go.